far down is the Undercroft to the city of Lear? What's the distance?
From the city of
below
Lear?
the surface.
How far
You've
below?
been so you walked down it before when you went to go to Death Shore with the dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
You walked down from the
below?
northern part. It's probably about like maybe 100 feet, maybe 120, 150 feet down. Might be a little lower than that, a little more.
Pretty.
It's a pretty sizable distance.
Interesting.
This does have the awkward.
Where is Arano?
He is in the Barbarian Colosseum.
The bloodbath.
The Bloodbath.
Yeah.
He's stored in the Bloodbath?
I believe so.
Yeah.
They said they were going to store him in the prisons of the bloodbath.
The
Yeah.
prisons of the Bloodbath. Prisons would be below
Yes.
the depths.
Ooh, I see where you're going with this.
Do you believe we could tunnel him out? And
So,
leave them none the wiser?
The bloodbath would be on the ceiling of the Undercroft, but maybe if you found another way to get up to the bloodbath from the Undercroft.
A rope
I
straight
knew.
up. Because I learned a new trick.
I mean, you'd have to tunnel.
We'd have
rope
to tunnel.
trick.
You'd have
if
to
you
tunnel
would.
through rock.
Have to tunnel through rock.
Well, we could do it.
If we've learned anything from
What
Age of
if
Ultron
we-
and the intelligence job, you always go up from below.
What if we were to enlist the help of dwarven friends?
What if we were to...
Have they left town?
Yeah, they split.
Yeah,
they're-
what if
they're
we
gone.
were
Maybe
to
I'll get in touch with them if you want.
hammer at the ground? Wouldn't that work, my friend?
Wait, what?
Not a bad plan.
Oh, using your shatter or your...
Shatter at the ground, climbing from the bottom
The
of
entire
the
Colosseum collapses.
So
into itself.
Frederick stops at that moment and goes, yes, well, it's a good plan. There's one minor detail. The foundation of Lear and the aqueducts upon which it is built is very shaky. Not exactly the most stable thing. The paradigms are doing their best, with the sentient metal to repair it, but it's not the best put together thing. Crushing that part of beneath the bloodbath could set off a massive earthquake. Perhaps. That might not end well for the citizens of the city.
We need to secret him else out else.
So...
I've played
But we
Don't
can
Break
still
the
cut.
Ice.
We can still climb
There's
up.
no guarantee, though. I mean, you could always try.
10 minutes. We have 10 minutes to get through the ground. I wonder how thick it would be.
So you're saying we need rope trick to
Yes.
dig our way up?
If only we
I mean,
had
I have fly as well.
Oh, fuck! You can just fly. What the fuck am I talking
I can
about?
fly for
you
some,
don't need-
some
God
number of
damn it.
hours.
Oh, right.
If we only had a wind wizard who only cast earth spells, that would solve everything.
It would.
Plus
Right.
two of our familiars also fly.
I'm a great
Right.
wizard.
God damn it. Thinking of a cool solution. I felt so like Ocean's 11.
I
But
mean,
you ended up being
it's
just
still a
Ocean's
good
13.
solution.
Yeah, yeah. All right, if I
13 is
roll
bad.
high enough and with
12's
like
the
karmic
bad.
casting, I could maybe get it for an hour. But I mean,
Super Jovan can fly up your rope there and attach it to the...
Yeah.
Frederick goes, well, that's all well and good, but if you don't mind, then the keepers would be willing to help with that venture, I suppose. But first we'll need to grab the fungus.
You know what?
how thick is the ground?
I think this is brilliant. Two birds of one stone. Either way, we go to the Undercroft.
Yes, and you have to remember.
Can I see the Undercroft map?
Yeah, and you have to remember with the tower, we are on, or with the ball, we are on a timetable. Alice will announce it in a couple of days, and Vergis will want to come to this bar in a few days
In
as
3
well.
days.
Yeah.
Yes, so basically... So we leave in the morning to the Undercroft.
Unfortunately, the tower is opposite of the bloodbath. In fact, if we head into Athacordia from this square door, we'd be right under it. Probably use a building to get up a little bit higher. Just getting through the ground. If only we had a high-powered drill.
A what?
Like some sort of
Some sort of...
digging
Only
tool.
we had some sentient metal that can be turned into a pneumatic drill.
If only we had a way of making the rock disappear just for a moment.
What's the spell that's in your secret
Are you
eye?
gonna use
gem?
the wardrobe?
I must study. I have it. It's been what I've been theorizing for so long.
And Frederick Schreiber goes, I'm sorry. What are we getting at here?
It's the
You've lost me.
inverse of monster summoning.
He's doing that
Monster
thing again.
summoning.
The what now?
So you see, monster summoning opens a portal and brings forth a beast from another plane to this plane for a temporary time. If you inverse the symbols, it would cause something here to be teleported somewhere else temporarily.
Isn't inversing symbols a rather bad idea?
He's got a lot of pictures.
No. I've been studying this for weeks. I believe it's possible. I've seen it done. One of the paradigms has done it.
They have? When?
Trying to banish away a demon worm off the coast of Lear.
Ah, that incident. Well, but that failed.
That failed because it was a sentient being. You need to start small. With
He was weak.
sentient things. It's the teleporting, a simple, probably a couple cubic feet of stone. Should be an easy matter.
I mean, we and the Keepers have been using these doors to traverse the length and breadth of the Undercroft to the surface of Lear for a couple of years, but we didn't build them. We merely just found them.
It's true. Just like I found a scroll of monster summoning. But I believe I can reverse runes and cause temporary teleportation to another realm.
He knows a lot of weird stuff. I wouldn't try to understand. He keeps drawing two dots on a piece of paper and then bringing them together, and
Do
it's
do you believe that it would be powerful enough to allow us to dig through?
It wouldn't necessarily dig, merely displace the stone in the way. Think of it this way.
Do you think
And
you
I
could
go
do it
over-
to such a scale that it
I
would
go
be
over
useful?
to the door. Digging is kind of like opening the door, right? What I am suggesting is taking the door off the hinges and moving it away so that we may pass through easily.
I think I begin to understand. And you're certain we could do this without ending up somewhere else, like stuck in the rock somewhere, suffocating.
It wouldn't be
to
teleporting us. It'd be teleporting the rocks. As long as the runes are not damaged during the procedure, the stone won't teleport back while we're still in the space that it would occupy. That's the only danger, really.
Huh. Well, I have to admit, it sounds like a rather adequate solution.
I haven't quite tested this theory,
Ah,
but I do believe it's possible.
perhaps you should test it first then.
Will you be ready by morning? Because we should leave by morning.
Well,
We don't have too much time.
now we have
do not have
we don't have time, but we do have some. Let's take a day to prepare and
Give
gather
me-
provisions at least.
Give me one day. To
You will have one day, because I also have something I would like to do today. Or
because I
tonight.
have because
Tonight? Okay.
because I have scribbled at it as sort of a nighttime hobby. One day, a full study, a full time, and I might be able to answer whether or not I can indeed inverse or reverse the ruins of monster summoning to do. Ooh, what would be the reverse of monster summoning called?
Monster
Dismissal.
Dismissal?
Dismissal. Yes, of course. Dismissal.
Right, well,
I put the thesaurus back into my backpack.
that's all well and good. I'm going to propose that
Excusal.
you three can gather provisions for the expedition then. Meanwhile, I'll get things together on my end. Rally some keepers and such like that. We'll begin with the fungus, yes?
Yes. Oh, by the way, could you send Poe back? It's time to open. We're losing money here.
And Frederick coughs a bit and goes, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I thought you sent him away so that there wouldn't be any troubles in case.
Yes, he
there was
hasn't
stuff
shown
to
up
discuss.
yet.
Who is Poe?
He's the fellow the keeper sent to become our new bartender.
Oh, yes. Screwed up face,
Yeah.
underbite. Yes. Yes. Well, I'm sure he'll return. He's a good man. And Frederick, hops down off the chair and goes, all right, well, best of luck. I'll get things in order. Thank you again for your help. Remember, we are sealing Savannus, not destroying him. All right. Have a good evening.
All right.
And he exits the door and shuts it behind
I
him.
immediately go get a wet towel and wipe off where his
I-
dirty feet has been on the table and chairs.
I need
I
to
know
go.
why he always has to be such a mess.
I need to go
It's a,
to the
it's a
bathroom.
power. It's a power thing.
All right. I'm gonna say, look, let's go upstairs.
Yes.
So
Is Merek like staying with you guys? Or
Yeah.
do you want him to? Okay.
yeah, I want him to come with us like up to
Yeah.
my room.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You have your individual rooms now, right?
No,
Oh, you just have two different
we have a
beds.
shared
Right.
room. Yeah.
All right.
So Percival's up there like rolling around and stuff on the floor.
I'll wait till Merek comes back.
Freya goes, huh.
Ooh.
That was rather
I'll start
exhausting.
some more coffee. Yes, their plans are half baked. Okay, so we're in the room. We need to destroy Svanus.
I completely agree.
Yes.
Okay.
Our
Good. I wasn't sure when you suggested that, but or suggested we get the fungus.
I'm kind of on the fence, but you are part of the team, and my loyalty is to you. Sylvanas is dangerous.
I don't believe that they have the amount of knowledge that they actually claim to
They may
for this
actually.
for this seal.
You see, Henslet has lived here a very long time. The keepers were always friendly with me, and we've worked together for a very long time. Henslet never stopped me from working with them, nor did the keepers ever mention anything about my relationship with Henslet. It just never came up.
Do you trust the keepers having that amount of power?
You see, I don't think it's a matter of that amount of power. I think it's simply having access to the knowledge to do so. You see, the thing is that now that I think back on it, it's super unusual that someone like Henslet lived here all these years, and the keepers never bothered to say, "Oh, by the way, Dadriel, you're such good friends with Henslet. Tell us something about his crazy door." And Henslet never said, "Oh, I see how you're always working with the keepers. Maybe you could." And it's starting to come together
Well,
now that the magic that he just described about how they would seal Sylvanas, it's very, very like the magic that is sealing whatever is in this room. He mentioned the many objects. Remember when I told you that when I brought those things out, some of the runes on the door became like
tied to
compromised?
objects.
This is the same process that they're
It's
describing.
tied to the soil.
They're trying to create some sort of
yes,
sealing
yeah.
thing with multiple objects that each of which represents a keystone, and with a certain number of keystones, they're able to preserve some sort of sealing spell. This sealing spell is very, very strong. As long as some 14-year-old doesn't go in and take all the objects out of it, you're probably okay. But I guarantee you, sometime in the next 1,000 years, some 14-year-old is going to become a member of the Keepers and get trusted enough to say, "Hey, we're going to let you be the owner. You
But-
can go in there now."
Imagine a spell like that, but only with 3 items, holding
Yes.
a much greater potential power.
Exactly.
So, yes, my reservations are several. They're thinking that Svanus will return to his corpse. We have not seen this once.
Well, you do know, the Keepers did tell you, and they do know that after Sylvanas has gathered enough souls, he can only resume his pure, true form as a wizard, like come back to life, by returning to his corpse.
Hmm.
So they're anticipating that.
Oh, they're anticipating
Right.
that. I don't want to wait for that. I also mind control,
If
and they're using it for sealing. Sounds to me they're going to control Svanus. Svanus is a very
That's-
powerful wizard
Right.
who has nearly killed all of us. I do not believe that the Keepers should be allowed to have this power.
Well, also he may have a way to reverse this mind control. He may
Yes.
be he may be so much more powerful in his like original form, restored to power, than they are expecting.
In fact, every time this happens in the stories, the great evil that you have the plan to trap always says, "Oh, you were using this? I'm sorry. I actually have this." It's like, I was just pretending you had control of me. This happened with Madara. This happened with, I just saw this in another movie. But it's basically, they were doing this whole sealing thing, and it's like, "You're sealed forever." And he goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm trapped." "Oh, no, I'm not really. You fool." It's like,
Let's see you handle the blast with all my energy!
yes, it's-
There's not a scratch on!
yes, exactly. Like, this always goes wrong.
But one other thing. If we attempt to destroy him and we fail, we can fall back to the sealing plan. If we seal him
Yes.
and let him go back to his body, only at that point will we know whether it was successful.
Right.
And at that point, destroying
be
him
too
may
late.
be completely too late.
Yep. Because then he'll just bat around
It just
and around like a
makes
gnat.
sense. Why not have a fallback plan?
I also have seen the power of your god, and I do believe that your god is correct.
It does seem unlikely that Urano could be imbued with such powers, and I know not how this will work, but
I don't think
must have faith.
He is a powerful being, but he is unrefined.
I don't think
need to keep a closer eye on him.
I don't think he's powerful at all.
I
think he's
I-
simply chosen.
I believe, yeah, he must be some sort of conduit. He does not have this power now, but he is able to gain more power than any of us.
Yeah.
Perhaps him being trapped will teach him a lesson, and maybe after this.
Hopefully, he does
Perhaps
seem a little too gung ho.
It is this which will cause him to become worthy to lift the hammer.
Indeed.
I certainly hope so. Now, how do we go about rescuing him? And should we do so by going to the Underdark?
Yes, I believe that
Do you
that
think
is
that
the
will work?
solution. I believe we get the fungus and we rescue Arano all in one fell swoop.
Is it possible that this dismissal spell of relocating or of teleporting this bedrock out of the way, if it is like a supporting structure, could it compromise the integrity of Lear somehow? We must be careful. We do not want the Colosseum to come crashing down on us. It
I
is
don't
a
want you to
large
roll a
structure.
natural 20 and have the entire city of Lear just crash into the
What?
other.
Or to
What
roll a
would
natural
happen if I
run,
rolled
Yes.
and have
Right.
us trapped in the stone,
No,
having
no,
lost the spell.
No.
Well, so
No,
the way he has the idea of the spell working is that it's going to make the stone disappear, and then you guys move through the hole created, and then the stone reappears.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you
Right,
understood that.
but
Oh,
if-
you're worried the
but
stone's
if-
going to come back early.
If
Yeah.
it is a distance long enough that there need to be multiple castings,
Yep.
we could end up in the center, losing our ability to use
Oh,
it. And then we have like 10 minutes to stand there in the hole we created,
no.
with the stone behind us and in front of us, waiting for it to come back and
It
kill
would be
us.
nice to know how deep it is to the Undercroft.
Yeah, this is
Well, once
going to be
we
very
get there, we
delicate.
can easily measure that.
How could we measure it?
Well, you forget that the Undercroft, Masiatica has a high caverned ceiling upon which Lear. So the aqueducts for Masiatica
Yeah.
are built, and they are built into the ceiling of Masiatica.
Yeah, like
and
we
that's
can
what the
see the
canals
basis
flow
of them.
through.
I mean, we'll be off by a little bit, but we'll have a general understanding. Unless the doorways are actually magical and they create like kind of
Right.
distance stretching or compressing, we have a general idea.
I mean, the doorways do that. You realize that traveling through them.
Sure. But I mean, when you get there, you're like, oh look, it's like 100 feet to the ceiling.
Exactly,
Here's the base
yes,
of the aqueduct. You know, how thick could the aqueduct be?
Right.
We might be off by a little bit, but it wouldn't be like massively wrong.
It's true.
Now, should we not at least investigate his current like state of imprisonment to see if that is
Do you have any skin flakes of Arano that you could use? You seem to be a lot better at this task than I am.
Well, I was thinking that perhaps with your thief ways, you might be able to investigate,
Oh, like sneak in there? So
sneak
the
in there, and at
barbarians-
least survey the circumstances.
I would be happy to try, but I'm afraid that I'm
Yeah,
worried that
at
if I'm
least
caught-
so we could comfortably rule out that method before we try something
Ooh.
crazy from
It will
the
also
Underdark.
give us a specific knowledge of where he is, because we
That
don't want
too
to
is
tunnel up
very
and go,
important.
oh my gosh, Peter Dinklage, we weren't planning to free you. We're sorry.
Yeah.
It's like,
Come on.
We end up in the sky
Yeah.
cell at the
yeah,
very-
exactly. It's like,
whoops,
oh,
took a wrong turn.
wrong prisoner, wrong story
Albuquerque.
arc. It's like,
Accidentally tunnel into like
I thought
a
of it.
mon- a
This ain't
monster's-
Palm Springs.
it's like
Ah, nuts.
we pop up here. Dinklage looks and is like, Jovan of Netro, you know nothing. It's like, all right.
Like what? The
Yeah,
holy
so-
church of
So up in
What
Joven's
is-
room, what's the plan?
So I like this plan. So
I'm glad we're actually in agreement. This is the
So
first time we've
I-
all been on the same page for a while.
I take Bat Sword with Cloak of Darkness that does nothing but size but be Dark Cloak, and I will immediately use spy skills.
Oh, I will bless you.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, is there anything I can? Oh.
Oh,
That
do you have-
might, that might work. I'm gonna cast Magic Shield on it.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's suit up.
Oh, wow.
Remember, Magic Shield only lasts for like 40 seconds.
Not if I roll high enough. If I roll 18 and 19, it's 1d3
Did I
turns.
only write down
Okay.
one blessing?
And
then,
I might need to look this up.
It's just higher and higher.
So
So
this is awesome.
28 to 29
Go
is
Team Venture.
1d4 hours.
Ooh, good.
That's
Alright. That's not high
That's a
enough.
20 on
so
plus.
I'll give you
Okay.
more. There we go. That's
I
22.
don't think I wrote down all
Perfect.
the options.
All right. So for 40 minutes. Oops, 1d3. Nope, 10 minutes. Nope, let's try it again. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Now it's gone.
Well, it succeeded at one point, right?
It did. So you got 10 minutes of +4 AC.
Okay.
That blocks magic missile.
Yeah, since we have
Alright.
such
Well-
small time frame on
Alright,
this,
I'll
should
let
we?
that slide this time, but normally when you make a recasting, it erases the previous.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. No,
No,
should
it
we-
does not. Here, once I know the
Oh, you
result, I
cast
either
it-
cast it on myself or on
On
him.
him. Okay, yeah, that
Yep.
makes sense. All right, fine.
And what's the blessing?
10 minutes of, I think it's +5 at the next level.
Okay.
Up from this to, but it's only for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
well,
you have 10 minutes to do this task.
well,
You might not reach there in 10
Well,
minutes.
the thing
you
is
should
that-
have cast this like right outside the.
well, it's okay.
Coliseum.
They're right next door, so it's fine. And my
Okay.
skills
They're
aren't that
pretty
good.
close.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna rush over there and try to sneak into the
I believe it's
dungeons
+5.
to try to
It's
find
20.
Arano.
Okay.